Hey guys, and welcome to Water Process and Engineering Services. And I am sitting here just making analysis with the machine that we pulled out a while ago in the town of Boroon. It's called Talisay, and you're viewing the machine from other installer that we pull out. So currently the machine is chop chop. So as you can see, there is only a control panel which is loaded at the back of the pickup. So you can, from here you can see the post filtration, the pre-filtration, and the polishing filtration, because what you see is only the control panel. There is no assembly, something like this. So that machine is no base pedestal, something like this, no assembly like this. So what happened is the owner decided to sell the machine, and one of my client bought the machine, and he told me that to install that one. So ang nangyari, when I told him that how much is the cost when you buy that machine, he told me that it is 150,000 for that machine, including the two stainless tanks. So I told him that for 150,000 you can now buy a system like this with complete control panel and a pedestal. So unfortunately he already paid the machine. So what we're going to do, when he visited in our shop here, he saw our assembly and he likes the system that we did. So the 3FRP, the multimedia, carbon, and the softener, and of course the polishing filter, the 3 polishing filter, and the push filter, including the product pump, the row pump, and the reverse osmosis machine is nakalagay siya sa base pedestal, so it is not placed in the ground. So for that kind of system, masyadong magulo, because the post filtration, the pre-filtration, and the polishing filtration is only placed and mounted beside the wall. So nakamount lang siya sa wall, guys. So when he saw this kind of setup, immediately he told me that can you make the system something like this. So gusto niyang maging compact ang design at hindi nakagulo-gulo. So ang nangyari is something like that, nakagulo-gulo. So tingnan natin, guys, yung machine at it's made from other it is made from other company, but I will respect their design because we have our own system of design. So that's how they make their own filtration system. So I cannot blame them. I only suggest for constructive comment, not a criticism. So I just suggest what is good. So for this video, we're going to see, and you'll be the judge, and you can comment down below if you like the system. But for me, when I saw only the front view, well, that is a very good kind of machine for the front view only. But let's dissect all the system that they made. If the saying that don't judge the book by its cover. So let's see if we cannot judge the book by its cover. Let's take a look. Let's take a closer look. So this is our simple design, guys. Compact and all placed with insulation. Okay. So let's take a look the machine that I am talking about. Okay, so this is the machine that I'm talking about. I will not focus the name of the filtration. I will not focus the name of this installer for their privacy also, and I don't want to ruin their reputation. So only a view of this one, and if you can see, these are the chop chop parts of the machine that we pull out in the place called Talisay, somewhere in Bulungan. So currently we're going to remove all this one and place in one area and analyze if all the systems is good and functioning. So this is what the upper strainer looks like, guys. According to the owner, the age of this one is 5 years. 5 years. EPC, the low upper strainer. Okay. And if you can see in this area, this is the double membrane. Okay. And the reverse osmosis pump is a 1.5 horsepower, and currently now is corroded. Maybe because of the area. So looking at this area, guys, what I can comment in this area is, if you talk about electricity, you should secure the electrical panels, including the magnetic contactor, the overload relay, switches, pilot lamps, terminal blocks, and switches or the mill plugs, so that in case there is a leak in this area, there's a leak with any 5 inches line. If you can see, what I can comment here is there's no safety, because you can see the control panel is very exposed. So meaning to see, if something is leaking in this area, there will be a big problem for electrical shock. So that's what I can comment. I will not name the name of this company, but for God's sake, you have to secure the control panel. so that your client will be safe. So number one, you have bear in mind, if you're an installer, you have to execute the 100% safety of your client. Okay, so this is the assembly that we are going to reassemble. So we will put a skid frame in this area, so that all this FRP will be placed in the pedestal. See? So apparently the machine is 1.5 horsepower for the row pump, 3/4 horsepower for the product pump, and 1.1 horsepower, 1.5 horsepower for the vertical. So that's the vertical. And I would want to also comment for this kind of setup. So masyado namang tinipid, kasi pag ganito, there should be they should put socket, should put union socket in between the two filters, so that when you replace or something damaged on this one of this filter, you can easily remove something like this. I will show you. So if you can see our setup, guys, not like what you see a while ago, our setup has its own union socket, that every time that there's a damage in between the filters, you can easily remove this one by attaching this one, and you can remove, not like with the other setup. So these are the chop chop parts, guys. This is the, let's see, this is the horsepower, this one. So this is 3/4 horsepower, this is 1 horsepower. Okay, so that is the parts. So the rest are this 3 FRP, the pipings, the filter housing. So I covered the, since it's raining here in our place, I just covered the control panel because it is exposed. So this is the ultraviolet light, and as we testing a while ago, when we pull out this one, this is still functioning. So we're going to secure this one. So as you can see in this area, there is no top cover and side cover, so danger for electrical shock. I'm going to secure the ballast of this one, and of course the impact of the UV light is dangerous to broken. And also, guys, as I asked the details about the how many years is the water filling station, according to the owner, this was installed during 2018. So now it's 2023, so it's 5 years from now. So the FRP, the 3 FRP, the multimedia, the carbon, and the softener is already expired. So this is one of our clients, guys, who fetch water in our water refilling station. So So these are the chop chop pipes, Atlanta pipes that we removed from the area, guys. So this will be reassembled according to the system that is our standard, and not like standard that is just fixed on the wall. We don't have that kind of standard, and we don't like that standard. And also, gentlemen, guys and gals, if you can see this one, all the water refilling station owners, if you can see that kind of setup, this is very hazardous. If you can see this one, the electrical wiring is only placed above the stainless steel. So this is steel, so this is conductor. So without any insulation, only the insulation is the wire, the rubber, which is the wire itself. So once this one is in this kind of setup is peel off by any rats or whatever kind of thing that can make this exposed wire, this will cause electrical shock. And of course, if you're talking about water refilling station, the machine is always exposed to the water. And if you can see in this portion, there is no rubber insulation. So this is only a constructive criticism, guys, to all the installers. This installer is known for their established a long time ago, but they can see the safety measure, something like this. Where's the safety of that kind of setup? I will compare this one to my installation. So if you can see our installation, especially the wiring, you can see the moldings, wire moldings, guys. So these are the wire moldings. All the wirings are inserted in this wire duct. So these are the wirings, guys. These are the wirings and properly insulated. With the wire duct. So that's how water process and engineering services do the wiring without any exposure that can cause electrical shock. See, at the back portion is properly insulated. So if you can see in our setup, this is a very simple setup, but the wiring inside this one is properly secure. You cannot touch the wire. So before you install the wiring, you should properly insulate. Okay. See, if in this area, guys, you can see how beautiful, how presentable is their system. Just like that. I would not focus on the top portion because there is a name of the installer. See how beautiful is their presentation, guys. I admire for this kind of this is just only a sticker. You can put that one, but that is, for me, that is not the important one. The important one is the insulation, the proper wiring, because we look up the safety of our client, our customer, the operator itself also. So see here in this portion, you can figure out how the wirings are exposed. Of course, their means of wiring is very good, very safety. There is a multi-contactor over the relay, but you can also, there is a mini circuit breaker, and you can also assemble without that kind of complicated setup. The simpler the better, but this one is also good but very complicated to repair, just in case there is a trouble of the wiring. Our setup is very simple. Previously our setup was something like this, but we changed it for not complicated, because the more complicated, the more difficult to the client to troubleshoot. So very important is the installation. So this is just only a constructive criticism, constructive comment for the awareness of the other installers. So I will not reveal who is the owner of this one, because I respect their privacy and I will not ruin the reputation of their company. So just see and there are a lot of installation something like this. I will not name the owner or the installer of this one. So in this portion, guys, you can see the corrosion. This is the corroded part of this is stainless grade 304, but as you can see, the clamp of this it's a membrane housing. You can see now it's very corroded. Why? Because the source of water in the area is high TDS, high salinity. So this is what happened. So as we check the area, the source of water is 700 plus parts per million, and when I check the product water is 200 plus parts per million. So I told the owner that you are not selling purified water, you're just selling only mineral water. So the problem of this setup, guys, is the installer, or the the one who is doing the maintenance of this one. He didn't know how to apply the right membrane so that he can arrive to 10 parts per million below. So that's it. Thank you very much for watching the video right here on Motor Process and Engineering Service, as we are going to reassemble, fabricate the frame of this one. We'll add the frame of this one, is skid frame for this portion, because this is a control panel only for the base stand of the 3 FRP tanks. So what we're going to do is we're going to upgrade the softener. We'll make it this for 13 by 54. The existing is 10 by 54. 10 by 54. We'll upgrade the 2 FRP, 1 FRP, the softener only, and the remaining 2 is okay, no problem. We'll just change the elements of the carbon. We'll replace the multimedia, we'll replace we will put an EFM, anthracite, and P-balls. And of course this one is P-balls and carbon, activated carbon. And the softener will be changed for automatic. So this is now customized as per the request of the client. So this is the post filter. We'll remove that one, or just at, so we'll remove this one. We'll remodel. So that's it, guys. Thank you very much for watching the video right here on water process and engineering services. Thank you very much for watching right here in water process and engineering services.